Alright, and start. Okay, welcome back. It is a little bit too late for me to be all too energetic right now, but I will try my best. I really should record this a lot earlier. It is currently like 10 p.m., but I gotta get something recorded today, so, yeah. Uh, Actually, I don't like this paneling. Okay, so, alright. Um, what I'm gonna do is I'm going to change this, so I'm probably like delete or something. But yeah, so welcome back. Last time I did the cover page, I feel like as like a basic template, what I kind of planned out there could work. I do think that like what I drew is probably not exactly up to standard, and I probably will redo a lot of that. Um, so yeah, there's that. So yeah. So yeah, I'm just gonna do a couple of handles, maybe like that. I guess. I think that works best. Um, I'm basically just splitting up that one larger one into two smaller ones. Uh, so yeah. Okay. Mm, okay. So, uh, the way I want to go about this is let me just check this 3/4 perspective here. So yeah, I'm probably just gonna have this character first, and I'm noticing so many mistakes with this. Like there is just so much that is incorrect about it. This is better, but I'm not actually a huge fan of it. And then this, I'm just gonna have to live with it. It's not as bad. I don't like the eyes are like way too flat. Like they kind of look like they don't look like they're supposed to, in my opinion. But whatever. I can manage. It's not fatal. Um, so yeah. All right. Yeah. So I'm probably just going to yeah. So just 3/4 again. Pretty standard. Nothing too out of the ordinary. Why does this feel weird? Oh, I'm using a thinner pen. That's why. Okay. But yeah. Oh boy. Um. Uh. mm, Give or take. Da, da, yeah. Something along these lines, and then yeah. Um. mm, mm. Okay. Yeah. lists. I should put my reference book somewhere. That like works, give or take. Yep, okay, that's fine. So yeah, the way that I'm probably gonna go about this is, yeah, okay. Yeah, I tried setting up what's it called? An audio thingy. Because apparently, right, what I learned is that on YouTube Studio, right, that's where all of the that's where I upload all the videos. There is this thing where I can get some kind of audio. Like they have their own like audio thingies that I can use. As long as I'm using it for a video. So I'm thinking of maybe getting something of that to that effect on here. I guess. I don't like that. That's too steep. However, that it might take a little bit because I need to figure out how that all works, and I am not exactly like super motivated to like really be like I would love to make the like watching experience better, but like I don't know if it's gonna make it that big of a difference. So is that better? No, still too steep. That's too high. Okay. Something's wrong about that. I can feel it. Oh, yeah, I know what's wrong with it. It's because this needs to be here. This needs to be like that. All right. Yeah. Okay. I think that works better. But yeah. Is there anything for me to talk about? I feel like there should be. So yeah, I am. So yeah, this is supposed to be a more masculine character, so this person should have a sharper jawline. Alright. Yeah. Actually, it looks pretty nice. I do like this a lot more than I thought I would. And that needs to be more curved because I realized my mistake last time. Not going to make the same one again, hopefully. So, yeah. Yeah. I'm thinking of maybe, like, posting my more hand-drawn art or something to other social media besides YouTube. Because, like, the thing is, I have a ton of stuff that I probably can post. I just don't do that. Okay, I don't like that. So, yeah, I'm thinking of maybe doing some social media stuff there. Because why not? Yeah, I have noticed that, like, I do like drawing with hand-drawn stuff a lot more. But, like, I also don't really have the time for it, right? Like, there's no real reason for me to do it. Like, this, for example, I'm doing this for comic reasons, and, like I'm doing this for, like, a very specific purpose. But, like, just drawing for myself doesn't really get me anything besides, like, a cool little thing to put on my wall. That's about it. So, like, I have a couple here, and I have, like, I have a couple on my wall, like, right in front of me, but, like, I have, like, a whole drawer full of random sketchbooks, that are just, like, laying there doing nothing. What was I doing? I wanted to find, yes, okay, I need to find the character page for this character, really quickly. I'll be right back. yeah, I think it should be in here. Yep, I got this person. No, that's not it. Not the page. Not the page I'm looking for. Yep, here it is. Okay. So yeah, back to what I was saying. I wanted to kind of like start a maybe like figuring out social media at some point. Like I personally don't use it at all right now, so I have zero clue how any of it works. But like, I feel like I'll need to figure it out sooner or later. And so yeah, that's too small, isn't it? That is too small. If I get rid of this, that's really tiny. Why did I think that was going to be correct? Okay, yeah. So I think I should probably start with this one. That's also really tiny, isn't it? Yes, and I think it might be... Let me think. Let me think about this a little bit. If I was to add this, and then like that, and then like that, what does that look like on here? That doesn't look terrible, I don't think. But what I do think is that it I feel like this jaw would be a little bit shorter in that case. Or something to that effect. No, not that much, but let me consider this for a second, because like if I was to make, so if I take this away, right, and I was to just go purely off of this, I can make like an eye here and then like an eye here or something. It's a little bit too low actually. An eye here and then like an eye like here or something. It's not that bad actually. Like that might be a better idea than this. Because yeah, I think the issue with this is that it turns the head a little bit too much in a way that I don't want it to. But then again, I did also draw the guidelines in a way that would make make more sense. But I do like this a little bit more, so I'm probably just going to work off of that as a reference. So here we are. This needs to be a whole lot thicker. Yeah. So I've just been thinking like what kind of like social media would I even use? Cause like I've only ever really moderately seriously used this social media platform called VK. It's like literally a Russian Facebook clone. So like literally that's all I've ever used, and I've only ever used it to like get in contact with my grandparents, and that's it. Like I've never like seriously like posted anything on there, I don't think. Like it was just like whatever my parents were like, oh, you should tell your grandparents about this, and it's like, oh, okay, all right, I'll do that, I guess. And then I lost that account, so I can't even access that anymore. And I haven't been able to access that for years at this point. Like I only talk to my grandparents through WhatsApp now. But yeah, something to this effect. I think this actually looks pretty decent. Yeah. Yeah. So only issue is that I think this bit is supposed to be thicker than this bit. Purely just how I designed the eyes. But yeah. So Like, I don't know, like, what do people usually use for, like, posting your, like, Instagram, Twitter, or something? I heard Twitter is, like, very messy at the moment, or something. Um, so, I don't know. Instagram, I don't know, is that where people really post art? I never really... Yeah, I know there's, Japanese platform called Pixiv, or something. Oh, Pinterest! That could work. But Pinterest has a lot of AI, though. As far as I've heard, at least. Like, I don't... Like, I think I don't even go that often on Pinterest, really. Like, I get... Most of my reference, I guess, like, Google or, like, physical books that I have here. Because I... Like, that physical, like, presence of it is just a lot better for me, personally. Yeah, okay. I think I like this. And then nose, I'll just do. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. Yeah. You know, to be honest, the reason as to why I'm recording this thing is I was basically just like I could have absolutely recorded a whole lot earlier. I had so many chances. Is this a good place for? I feel like this face is slightly slanted in a way. Like it's kind of like going like this. Is that normal? I guess it is. Yeah, I guess it's fine. Just feels like it's slanted in a way that I didn't intend it for it to in the first place, because, like... Okay, whatever. Alright, yeah. So, basically, I've just been kind of slacking off this entire day. I had, like, what's it called? I had, like, a practice thing that I had to go to, from, like, basically, like, 6 to 9-ish, if you, like, add in driving time. So, like, that part's not me slacking off. I was slacking off way before that, because, again, I woke up at, like, 12 today, because I'm on break, and I can do that. And so, like, I had literally 6 hours in between, in between the time when I needed to go to this practice and what's it called, and then right, and when I woke up, right. Now obviously I mean, like, you know, eat and stuff and, like, you know, shower and all that, right, but like I'm just like, I don't know, I basically just like watched videos the entire day, like doom scrolled all day. Speaking of, I gotta do shorts. Like, I don't know, like, I think I mentioned that I kind of like want to like think about like doing a time lapse maybe. My issue with time lapses though is that I zoom in and out so much like this that like it's probably not going to be the best experience if I was to just like time lapse something random. But yeah, like, I mean, how would I even, like, I mean, I don't even know what I'd even do a short on, personally, like it, I feel like it should have at least some kind of meaning to it, but I don't know. I think I went too far with that, but okay. Want to round that out a little bit. Mm-hmm. Yeah, something to that effect. Yeah. Do I draw better when I'm tired? Because, like, I think I draw so much worse when I'm, like, awake and, like, energetic and stuff. I think it's mostly because I keep redrawing stuff that I shouldn't. Like, I keep, like, basically been like, oh my goodness, I have so much energy, I can redo this bit, and then like it turns out I shouldn't have redone that bit because I only make it worse the more I redo stuff sometimes. I don't like that. Just gonna be lazy about it a little bit. So maybe it's that because like I'm not really redoing anything that much. I'm kind of just like sticking with whatever I get, and then just like kind of working with it more. Maybe could also be that I did draw a little bit today. Like I didn't like. This isn't the first time today that I'm drawing. Like I did do a little bit of a warm up before I got to this, and honestly, that warm up did not satisfy me nearly as much as what I'm currently doing. Like I did not like it as much. I made way too many mistakes, and I had to redraw a bunch of stuff. It's on paper, so I can't show it, but yeah. Yeah, you know, my standing desk is really nice in the sense that it's like a wooden box. But the issue is that like right now I'm basically like drawing, right? Like do right. I'm drawing, but like my neck is like this. Like this is purely just my neck, and then like my entire body is straight. And then so like whenever I like bend my neck back, everything hurts. Like I can feel all the muscles. Um, so yeah, this might not be the healthiest of positions, to be honest. I need to start researching how to be more healthy about this, because if I'm gonna be more committed about this, and I'm gonna like, you know, do this every day or so. I mean, like I hope to like at least upload like a video a day for like the foreseeable future. Because like one, it keeps me drawing, and two, I mean like I'm sure the YouTube algorithm isn't going to be opposed to someone posting every day. Not that like my videos are particularly engaging, because like I just draw for an hour. Like I mean, there's probably an audience for it. It's just not a particularly widespread one. What expression does this person have? This person is just saying something, so they're kind of questioning. So how would I draw a questioning person? So maybe like that. No, that gives more worried. So here. That gives kind of more accusatory, I feel like. Do. That's definitely accusatory. Here. That is perfect. Incredible. So yeah, I just have more or less like straight eyebrows. I almost forgot that I need to, on this character specifically, right? Because I decided to not color their hair in, I need to make sure that I don't color their eyebrows in either. No, not exactly. That's not exactly how it's supposed to look. Yeah. I don't really love this. I feel like this should go a little bit further down like this. And then like this. Yeah. Okay. Like that. Like that. Yeah. I did, officially get all of my college stuff done today, so I'm very happy about that. What's it called? Because like I had to go through like an international process of application. Because so the thing is, right, I don't know if everyone watching me is from America or not, but like American college is very expensive, like to the extent that an international tuition at a foreign school or college literally comes out to be cheaper by tens of thousands of dollars, at least for my particular circumstance. And so the only issue with it is that like it's very complicated to apply to anything that's not in America. So I am basically, so yeah, basically I've been spending like the past, basically from the beginning of this year, kind of, I've been just nonstop figuring out this one college. Like, and so just today I kind of sort of completed the actual, like, the whole process. So I'm very happy about that. That being said, I didn't actually do anything today. I just got like the final letter of confirmation. So I'm very happy. But on the other hand, I am still. I guess that works for mouth. Yeah, sure, it's fine. Yeah, the thing about mouths is that they have to be a little bit dynamic to be not just like boring circles. Give it a take. Okay, so maybe something like that. Maybe something more like this. Yeah, so there's that. I don't really know what to talk about. Yeah, I can just complain about the American college system for a while. Because like, for context, like I have pretty decent scores and I have like pretty decent GPA and stuff, right? But like it is still like and I'm not exactly fully well versed in the American college system in the sense of like scholarships and stuff. I have a sister that goes to an American college. She's out of state, so yeah, she also draws, by the way. So she's actually like a really massive like teacher of mine, basically. So yeah, and basically we cannot I hear all the time about American schools having scholarships and stuff that can that they seem very expensive, but actually they're not, and you can get a scholarship and it's all fine, but like I have no clue how any of that works, and scholarships are a massive effort to do. It is genuinely easier for me to apply international than it is for me to get 70,000 scholarships just for 1 year of not even free school, just not even free college, just cheaper. Because it's also very expensive to live in the U.S., so I don't know if I want to really do that. This is also kind of a warning that I will have a drastically different upload schedule in a couple months. But yeah, I guess that works. Yeah, I think the ear needs to be a little bit bigger. Sort of like that. No, I don't like it. Okay. Alright. Here, maybe? Yeah. This is also a big reason as to why I can't really time-lapse any of this, because, it's so unplanned and, haphazard that, I mean, more professional artists, right, that, have been doing this for years and years and years, decades maybe even, right? They're way more confident in this stuff. They're actually know what they're doing. I obviously have no clue what I'm doing because I am not that experienced. So I basically have to just trial and error my way through everything. And so that doesn't really look good in a short form video of just basically a minute of just someone rapidly drawing and erasing for no, like, visible reason. Like, things I can explain the reason here if it's, like, something that's very unobvious. Is that what it is? Unobvious? That doesn't feel like a word. But yeah, I learned, like, this trick for years, where I don't have to draw in the actual, like, stuff. I can simplify it a little bit, and then still kind of make it look like I'm being all fancy and drawing ears. 'Cause yeah, for years before I actually started studying what the inside of an ear looks like, I literally just drew, like, right, like a head, right, eyes, and then, like, literally this as an ear. Just a half circle, and then, like, two little, like, here, 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 and then, like, that. So, now that I, like, study ears and stuff, basically because I basically just noticed that, like, all the artists that I like have way more detailed ears, and, like, it doesn't seem like a big thing. It doesn't seem like it should matter, because, like, who looks at ears that specifically, right? But it genuinely does matter, because it's just, like, it's, like, the small detail that, like, if it exists, right, you don't see it, you don't care about it, but if it's not there, it's, like, weird. Like, you won't ever understand consciously that, like, what like you're missing in a drawing is the ears, but, like, you'll feel that something is off, and, like, that something is not right, something should be there that isn't, right? This is actually the same thing with hands, right, where, like, the entire point of drawing hands is just to, like, make them not be seen, right, if you will, like, unless they're, like, obviously, like, unless they're, like, the center of the image, like, that's, like, the actual subject that you're drawing, right? The point of hands is that, like, you don't want them to be all that noticeable, right? Like, they're very small in comparison to the rest of the body, and, like, they're a very complex structure, so if you draw it incorrectly, the brain's going to laser focus on that and be like, oh my goodness, that person has something, like, wrong with their hands, something needs to happen that, like, either fixes that or, like, makes sure that, like, whatever it is doesn't happen to me as well. Like, there's a lot of things that you have to consider, like, how does the brain think? How does the brain, like, how does the brain see your art? Sort of like that, and then, like, kind of like that. I guess. I don't know if that's necessarily correct. Maybe if I do more like that. I'm spending way too much time on this ear. Like, it should not take me this long. Like, why am I doing this? Why am I doing this to myself? I could be doing so many more productive things. I could be drawing hair. I could be drawing shoulders and stuff, but no, I'm stuck on the ear. And I still don't like it. I still don't feel like this bit right here works. So, oh, also this jaw is probably getting in my way. So let me just get rid of it. All right, we always have this method of getting rid of stuff. But yeah, I'm trying to play around with digital art as much as I can now, because, like, I realize that I'm super, like, unknowledgeable about all this, and, like, literally everything that I want. Like, things I draw decently well, in my opinion, on paper, and if I want to emulate that, I have to, like, play around with a bunch of settings. I have to, like, use a ton of tools, right? And in fact, I want, like, in general, in theory, I want me to not be only as good as I am on paper, right, but better on digital, because I have all the tools to be, like, doing a whole lot better. I'm just not using any of them correctly. I will leave it be. I'll let it exist. It pains me, but I can't really do much about it. So yeah, I just kind of, like, want to be more like, knowledgeable on this stuff. Like, you know, obviously I could watch videos and stuff, but I mean, in general, actually, I do watch videos occasionally. Like Studio Clip itself posts articles and videos, and like I don't watch them often, but I will occasionally check to see if there's anything in there, right? And I'll occasionally like browse various things to see if like there's anything that can really improve. I usually don't retain any of the information. Like I'm sure there's a ton of very useful things there. I just forget about it the second I hear it for some reason. I don't know why that is, but whatever. Okay, I don't know if I like that, but I will just cut my losses at this point and move on. So the other two things that I need to do at this point is I have the face, so I need to detail the pupils, I need to draw the hair, and I need to draw the shoulders and the neck. Alright, so... okay, what did I just do? That was mouse slip. Hold on. I have a mouse down here that I just leaned on. So, yeah, yeah. I'm definitely liking this a whole lot more than the what's it called? The cover page I was doing yesterday. I'm liking this, like what I'm drawing here, a whole lot more, because first of all, everything's a lot like flatter and smoother. Although you can't exactly see it with all these messy lines, but and I feel like I'm just like a lot more controlled about it. But once again, I did draw today as well, so I do definitely think I should be doing warm-ups. But like the thing is, it's kind of hard because on one hand, so if I was to record the warm-ups, right, then I wouldn't really have a reason to do this, which is the entire point of me recording stuff. But if I don't record the warm-ups, then knowing myself, I'll be like, okay, and why am I supposed to do these things? Like, ugh, why would I ever get myself ready for something? Like, ew, like no, preparation's for losers or something. And then I would just like spend an hour absolutely being miserable trying to like draw whatever like thing. It's like barely trying to like figure out a facial structure for like an hour, like I did yesterday. Like that was literally all I did for the entire hours. I was just like messing around with the facial structure, like basically just trying to get it right, and then I kept failing. And I like again to this even though up to this point I still do not think that I actually succeeded. I still think that my current facial structure is incorrect. Upon like like after like slept and then I like kind of looked back on it, I was like, this looks awful. I have to redo all of it. I cannot allow that to be in color. That would be just a complete, honestly, like insult to humanity and all things that are sacred, I guess. Yeah. Is this how this hair looks? Is that how this hair is supposed to look? I do not remember. Allow me to check. This ear looks so weird. Everything is just off. Nothing is right. Okay, yeah. Well, you know what? On these four, I like at least... Okay, I like 2 out of 4. Honestly, I'm not even sure if I like this that much. I like it more than this, definitely, but I don't even know if it's like... Whatever. It's fine. Everything is fine. There's no problems here at all. But I do realize that I did this wrong. And now I gotta do this. I'm definitely liking the brush that I'm using now a lot better. Because like this is just default brush and it looks really terrible. In all honesty, like it does not look all that great. So like there's like zero texture on it, and like so I am definitely liking this texture a whole lot more. Not that I am particularly confident in my overall skills. Actually, I think I need to like redo this a little bit and be more confident in myself. But I've just seen this brush recommended by people that are a whole lot more experienced than I am. So I was like, all right, well, if you say so, I'm not gonna question. I was actually very skeptical at first because like on very small scales, this texture looks really weird, right? And especially because by default it looks like this. I had to basically switch to like this bit here. So what does this do? Is there like a... Huh. I don't know what any of that does. I'm gonna be honest with you, but I'm sure it does something. I'm sure there's a reason for why there's 4 different settings on it. I gotta read up on all this. But yeah, apparently texture is a good thing in some cases, and so you kind of want it, but at the same time, I'm not nearly good enough at manipulating my hands to be stable enough to really capitalize on it, I think. Like, I mean, I get some things, but it's not really always the greatest of things. This is a horrible idea. Why am I doing that? All right. Now this side. Do. Okay. So, do. 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 Taking me even further, right? And then got to do the back bit of the hair. Don't love that. Another thing I kind of want to... So yeah, the thing about hair is that it gives kind of the head a lot of volume. So I need to kind of like be aware of doing that. But at the same time, I mean, hair can be thin. It doesn't have to necessarily be all that thick. So like, it's not the end of the world if I mess this up slightly. I'm going to save the rest of this hair for when I get the neck and shoulders done, because I think that'll probably be a little bit better of an idea. I'm just going to sit down for a second because I've been standing for 42 minutes, so just give me a second. Yeah, I could probably cut this out post-production, but then that'd require me to put actual effort into this. Should I do that? I can edit it out. It's not that big of a deal. But then I have to like watch through all of it to like know where... Like, I'm gonna be honest, I don't want to sit through 43 minutes of my own rambling. Because like, I already know everything I have to say. Like, there's nothing... I will learn nothing new. Like, I'll usually sit through like a fast-forwarded version of it, just like make sure I'm not like picking up anything that's like all that terrible. Like I do realize upon like listening to my own videos that like I genuinely forget how loud the planes are here. That's because I live like really close to an airport. So like there's obviously going to be plane noise here, and especially because all the planes that are flying near here, they're all basically going for landing. So they're flying really, really low, and it's genuinely concerning sometimes because there's like an airfield, like so basically I live next to like a very like large national like state park, and like there is because it's just basically there's like massive parts of it that are just like open field with nothing. Some people have decided to set up like this airfield thing for like remote control planes. And so you would think, oh, well, like if they're fine, like little like remote control planes, like
nothing, right? But like people will like, sometimes bring like massive wooden structures like on. If you know what a piston engine is, it's like basically a car engine, right? Like they'll put like massive car engines on these things. Like I mean these are like people like massive enthusiasts of the entire RC plane thing. And the issue is that like the planes that are landing in the airport, they fly very dangerously low over that airfield.
Like it's like a fully regulated airfield and stuff. Like it has legal protections. Like the planes should not be flying over that, but they do still, and I don't know why that is. But yeah. Uh, there it is. But yeah, so there is that. If you do hear airplane noises in the background and they bother you, I am sorry. There's really literally nothing I can do about it. Like usually, what people will do about this is they'll get a microphone that basically only senses sounds that are like very close by. Like you know you have to like speak directly into it. Like if you go to like a music concert, for example, right? The microphones they use there, they only pick up sound that's like said directly into them. Like that's why they're like right here, basically, right? The reason for that is obviously because like you want to be them to be as close to your mouth as possible so that you like can get sound directly into them. The issue with that, I did try it for a little bit. I did try a microphone like that, but I found that none of my voice gets picked up when I do that because I sway around. I like like I don't really face the same direction at all during my recording because like I have to like look at my stuff from different angles. I like look up occasionally. Oh, like obviously I'll sit down like I just did. So yeah, and there's like also like a bunch of like, and also for probably other reasons I don't know exactly why, it literally just did not pick up my voice at all. So my only option is to use this microphone, which picks up all the sounds. So yeah, like that plane over there. It's not as loud as they usually are, but oh yeah, actually, did I mention that I actually live not next to, but like within flying range of a Air Force base, and because of that, I get even louder planes here occasionally. Not this late, obviously, because it's again it's like 10, almost 11 at this point. But what's it called? Like we'll get like full on military planes flying here, and they are way louder. I don't know if I've ever recorded that sound of a military plane. I probably have at some point. I just don't remember really. Let me just think. Okay, so if we have kind of the ribs going out, like kind of like this ish. What I don't like about this is that kind of like this head is leaning too forward. Like it's kind of like here, right? And this person does not have my posture, so they're actually supposed to be more upright. So if I was to maybe like shift this kind of here, maybe like down a little bit, like that, I guess. Yeah. Okay. And I also want to make it a little bit bigger. Yeah, give or take. Yeah, sort of, kind of. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, this is just like kind of like, I think this is kind of like the ribs ish. And then yeah, can I put anatomy in the title if I just like start drawing stuff here? Because I don't know why, but all the videos that I put anatomy in, that I put like either the title or the tag anatomy into, they like, well, as far as I'm concerned, they blow up in the sense that they get like 10 views, which for me is a lot. So maybe if I'll just like do this just for the tag. I don't want to scam people. Like I don't want to be like clickbaity about it though. Because like this is like very long form content. Like this is not. Yeah. You know, the golden era of YouTube for me probably would have been like there was like this era, I remember there was like this era of YouTube where basically everyone wanted to have as long of a video as possible because that was the only way to like get yourself monetized was watch time. Um, Basically, I feel like I would have thrived in that era a lot more than I do now because like now that they have like shorts and stuff and TikTok and there's like zero attention span. Like even like look, I don't have attention span. All right, and I don't even have TikTok. I just watch the YouTube Shorts thing. Um, so yeah. And honestly, the only reason I don't have TikTok is purely pride. Just like I'm like my parents have TikTok for context, like, and I just can't anymore. Like I'm sorry, the amount of TikTok that my parents watch is very concerning, and ever since then I'm just like not. Like I can't look at it the same. Um, so yeah. Are these good collarbones? I don't know. I feel like they're too short. I feel like this one's too short. Yeah, collarbones need to extend a little bit further like that, maybe? I guess. I guess that works. It's not terrible. Now the scapula. I keep trying to pronounce it spatula for some reason. Just because like the name sounds similar. And like I know that it's not, but like still it's so tempting. The humerus. Okay, so what I need to do, right, is I can simplify the shoulders. I don't think I need to do quite this much. Like, I'll probably just like as a quick attempt, right, I'll just try and see if I can manage with just this much. And I'll try to draw maybe just the trapezius muscle, right, just for, you know how like your neck kind of like goes up in like a tower and it kind of like goes out, like this, right? This one, this bit, right? That's your trapezius muscle. So I might draw in those, and then I might draw in some neck muscles, and then I think I should be fine. I don't think I need to worry about the shoulder muscles quite as much because everything is covered by the clothing anyways, so it's fine. And two, I don't think I need to spend quite that much effort on a singular panel. So what I'm going to do is I'm just going to be very quick about purely doing, yeah, neck muscles here. Yeah, you know, another fun thing that I experience is basically because I've studied anatomy so much, I am now really good at knowing exactly where my muscles hurt, like what muscles and where they hurt. Which sounds like, oh, that's so cool. You can like, diagnose yourself. Except for no, I can't. I don't know exactly why it hurts. I have no clue why. I'm not a doctor. I've never even like gotten close to medical school. I refuse to even touch medicine with like a 10-foot. That's way too small. My goodness. I refuse to touch the medical field. I think it's way too complicated for me. I am not nearly qualified for something like that, and I'm terrified that anyone could ever even consider trusting me enough that like I could like have a lasting impact on like their health or whatever. Like, I would rather not. And is one like that, maybe? Perhaps. Please. Look, I don't actually care about all of this. Why is it like as long as I get the general shape right, I don't actually mind it's like all the way over here, actually. Yeah, I think it's actually all the way over here. Or it isn't. Hold on. There's one thing that I didn't do. I need to go all the way from here. Yeah, you know what? All of these bones are useless. None of them matter besides this central bit, because that just tells me where the center is. That's literally its only purpose. But yeah, see, the issue here is that like the neck is leaning forward, and I don't know if I like that. It's fine. Everything's fine. Nothing is bad about this. Everything's good. I'm completely fine. There's no problems here. All right, time to do the shirt. It's a very basic shirt because it's a very basic character, because it's a very basic story, because I am not very experienced to do anything particularly advanced. So yeah, here we are. Give or take. I don't want to get too into this. I'll just do something like this. This is fine. This is like more or less correct as far as clothes are concerned. So not really that big of an issue if I just kind of laze out on this a little bit, because it's a singular panel, but this head is leaning forward and it shouldn't. Because this person kind of like, reminds me of, never mind, I have no clue how to explain it. I have zero, like genuinely zero clue how I'd even like begin to explain that. Does that work? Oh, you know what I actually could do? I could take everything. I could do the good old-fashioned method of taking everything and sizing it up so that I don't have to draw as much. And I think that might solve actually more issues than one. I just get this kind of hunch about it. Okay. What is this? Oh my goodness. Oh, it looks so bad now. Oh, I'm so glad I changed. I'm so glad I switched the... Oh my goodness. Oh, thank you. And I'll allow this back into the folder. Okay, so what's going to happen now is I'm just going to take this folder and I'm just going to scale rotate it, scale it up a ton, scale it up even more, scale it up even more. I can go further with it. Yeah, but yeah, you see now how this looks so unbalanced. Like, oh my goodness. Like this is not supposed to look like this. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to apply that transformation. Yep, and now I'm going to actually think about, I'm going to take all the head layers probably, and then just separate them out a little bit. So, get this new folder. This is a head layer. What does this do? Why is this layer here? Oh, speaking of, I need to do the question mark. I'm sure there's like something small that changes that I should probably keep there. That does that, that does that, that does that, that does that, that does that. Ooh, that's actually a very important layer. Okay, so, okay, perfect. I'm just going to move, not that, no. That's wrong, that's right. Take this entire folder, and I just kind of move it back just a little bit. Okay, all right. I think this needs to go back more. So if I was to just get it back more, just like that. All right, and then I was to basically take a multiple layers eraser and just size it up a little bit. Kind of like that. Obviously, everything here is going to go away. Okay, what I need to do, is I need to actually see, like, if I was to take this out. That actually does look fine. Yeah, okay, that's fine. I thought it was going to be worse. Okay, yeah, I can actually take out a lot of stuff now. Yeah. All right. And now this is the head, and I'm just going to do like that. Yep. There's this. Take this bit out. Alright, and now I need to complete the hair layer. Here it is. Yeah, I think that's enough. Okay, yeah. And just in general, I think this is practically done. I just need to basically outline this, outline that, and then I need to do minor corrections. And then basically after that, it's all about smoothing out the lines. How much I did? An hour and 2. Oh, that's actually not that bad. It's pretty good, actually. Alright, yeah. Nice. Oh, I need to detail the pupils as well. I forgot to do that. Yeah, I need to, okay, so smooth out the lines, detail the pupils, and then maybe detail the shirt a little bit. I think, like, because this is kind of like a striped shirt, I think a little bit of what's supposed to be striped is showing. Yeah, just a little bit, like, it's like a very small bit. And then I need to, smooth out the lines, and then, yeah, I guess that's it. Okay. I just sat down, and I'm having, like, a very hard time mustering the strength to get back up. Okay. I think this head's too big for the body. I'm only now just realizing I think this head's a little bit too big. Can I just kind of like if I was to, if I was to just take this and I was to like just like just do that to it. Does that work? That sort of works actually. That's actually not that bad of a strategy. Yeah, I think that works. I think like some minor tweaks here are due. Like this might be a little bit more like that now, right? And now, that doesn't make sense. This might be a little bit more like this, sort of, and then, yeah. Okay, so yeah, what I need to do is I need to start cleaning up all these lines because I made them very small. And I made them very, very frantic, so... And I can't have that necessarily. Like, the thing is, slightly messy lines aren't that big of a deal, I learned, right? It turns out. But this, like, mess here, that's a big deal. Like, your lines should be, like, they can be thin, they can be, like, they can have, like, gaps like that, you can go a couple times through everything, right? But what they can't be is completely unconfident and uncontrolled, right? Like the confidence and control that you have is like kind of like what makes people love or not love your lines. So yeah, let me just. So yeah, cause I think I treated this a little bit too much like a sketch, rather than like an actual thing. So I need to now be more conscious of that. Yeah, so see, I now messed up that bit. I need to go here instead, and I need to erase this. I'll make that look better in a second. Okay, you can't really be doing, like, one of the things I kind of noticed, you can't be, like, at all emotional when you're doing these lines, because, like, you have to be, like, very, very, like, calm and collected, because if you're, like, too frantic about anything, then, like, you're gonna mess something up, and it's not gonna be pretty. So many line corrections. Yeah, actually keep it like that. Something got stuck in my throat. I'm kind of hungry though. I want to go eat something in a bit. Yeah. Do I have to finish this panel today? Like, I mean, I probably could. I'm almost done. It's fine. I can finish it. There's literally nothing stopping me from finishing it. I mean, actually, no, there is. Actually, no. I do have a very weak will, so actually, maybe that could stop me. But like, other than that, in general, I think I should be fine. Hopefully. I don't know how that happened. Okay, and now I need to do this. I'll make all this look pretty in a second. Yeah. I need to like lay that over here instead. Yeah, I think that looks good. Looks pretty decent. I can work with that. Mm-hmm. What time is it? It's 11. It's 11:15. Basically, okay. So in general, right? Because I want to upload it once a day at least, and I don't want to like, you know, I don't want to skip any days. I need to upload this before 12 a.m. So I need to basically have this done and fully uploaded within the next 45 minutes. So I might, like, if I'm feeling that, like, things, videos of this length take a while to upload. So if I'm feeling that, like, that might not work out, like, if I'm feeling like, you know, I don't have enough time to upload this, I might just end the video a little bit early and then not fully finish this. But I'll finish the next video in that case. So many straight lines here. I guess that works. Yep. And now I just need to get this bit finished here. Like that. And like that. Alright. I'm going to take this, lower its opacity, and then just draw over it. So like that. Okay. Here we are. forgot I forgot how it's gonna work out. All right. Okay, now that I have that, I can take this out. What is this? What layer is this from? It's on here. Oh, okay. I can take that out. That's not an issue. And I can take this out. And now I need to basically just make all of this look as pretty as possible. And actually take that bit out. Actually, I can make all this thinner, like way thinner. So first of all, okay, this just goes away entirely, right? And then make all of this a whole lot thinner. Doesn't need to be particularly thick. And I can take this out. Figure out what to do with it in a second. Okay, now the question is, do I go outside or inside? So if I go outside, yeah, I'm thinking that works kind of better in this case, unless here we are. I'll make everything better in a second. It's very shaky, and I don't think I like that. Finally, okay. Now I'll just do that. Now what I'll do Okay, I have to be very, very confident in this, but does it work? Not with this pen tool. I'll use my trusty mechanical pencil like I usually do. And just... Okay, that doesn't work the same. Okay, so yeah, this method doesn't work for oval-shaped eyes. I don't think, at least. Okay, what I'm gonna do in that case, right, is what I'm just gonna do is like these last ones. Never too hooked. Like that. And then doop 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 doop. Doop 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 doop. Doop 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 doop. Doop 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 doop. Alright, and now what I'm gonna do is, well, okay, so first of all, this needs to be on top of everything, and yeah, fill black. %, opacity. Same thing with this. Or not, you know what, I'll probably just leave it white. And then, what I'll do is on a layer below that, I'll basically just kind of, let me go 50% opacity. Kind of go like that. And I'll go against 50% opacity here. And I'll do something like that, perhaps, and then I'll maybe try and blend them. So I do the blend tool. I want to see if this works more than anything. It's making everything a little bit too light, in my humble opinion. Okay, I can see what the problem is. Okay, so yeah, everything is genuinely just too light. So, what if let's do this twice, and now I blend it, so I go yeah, I don't think the blend tool really works in this case. What I can do is I can take this pen again and kind of like trace it here. here, right? And I just do that again. And then what I do is I take this twice, once, and then maybe I do like another 25% or something. I'm gonna do the same thing here. Don't know if I like that. Don't know if that's actually that good. Yeah, you know, okay, so there's a simpler method than what I'm doing. I'll even take these out. Where is it? These ones. Alright, there's a way simpler method than what I'm doing at the moment. It's literally just take it like this. Like this. And then like this. Fill that with 100%. Fill that with 100%, and then I just fill everything else with like a 50%. So I just take this. Like that. Now I just take this. Like that, and I just fill everything with 50%. Yep, and then what I do is I go in and I manually add in light thingies. Why is that? Why is that happening? Oh, yeah, because I'm doing it from there. That's why. No. And do this, and then fill bucket. Need to do this and fill bucket. This person looks very hopeful. Okay, I think I know what I can do about that. Hope is not allowed here, so what I'm going to do is I'm just going to move it here almost. Maybe like down here. Why did that duplicate, huh? Okay, just gonna take this entire layer out. And then okay, alright, so I just kind of go here, and then like that, and then I fill bucket. That doesn't exactly work. So maybe if I go here, and then like that, and then I go fill bucket. It's gonna have to do at this point. It's 11:33. Go here, and then like that, and then I go fill bucket. Then I go fill bucket. I will live with it. I might change it at some point. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, I think I just ended it here. So yeah, thank you for watching. I need to hurry up and upload this. So yeah, thank you. Bye. Have a great day or night at this point for me. Bye.